did you get my text? And that's why you're here. Because I know as soon as I open my mouth, what's going to happen. I really do. We're going to get swarmed with trolls. Okay. Yep, I had to come live. My fucking bank is $65 and some change negative. Not counting the money I needed to make today. At all. Just to get the bank positive. Or equal. She must be at work. Give me one. But I didn't text you and I should have. Aggravation from today aside, I'm officially a college student. As of 2 o'clock yesterday, my account is made. I have a student email, a Canvas account, all of the things. I'm a college student. Hey, Golden. Thank you. I am so excited. Like, for real, I never thought, I knew I wanted to, okay? I knew I did. I've wanted to go to college since I was probably 14, 15. But I was afraid to do the GED because I was afraid of the math. And I was afraid even if I passed the GED, the math would hold me back in college. And here I am. Thanks, guys. My first classes start the week of August 25th. I'll have the actual start date once we get everything finished. I already put in the applications for funding, and I have until the beginning of August to finish my GED and get the transcript sent over. They took me on credit since I'm doing everything through the same college. So they see that I'm, what's the word? I'm working on it. They see the progress with the 2 tests, so they took it on credit. I can't believe it. I'm stoked, and it'll make things a lot easier. Like, all around a lot easier. I'll be able to get a certificate that'll let me get into the workforce as I work on my actual diploma. They're like side by side. Out of the 60 credits, 20 goes to that certificate. And they help with job placement, internships, and things like that. Obviously, I'd want a job over... Sorry, this bald spot in my brow is driving me crazy. I don't want an internship because I want to get paid. But it'll help a lot. And then one of the grants that... Oh, thank you. That is so cute. I had to screenshot that one. Hey, babe. I'm good, and you? Officially a college student. One of the grants that I applied for is to help with the costs that go with college. So, like clothes clothes, any extra like books or supplies. That's the word I was looking for, supplies. If it needs to go to housing, things like that. So I'll be able to get everything I need, even if FAFSA only covers the classes. No problem. At least hopefully no problem. So I'm pretty excited. Sure will. I got my list of the courses I would need. Thanks, Heather. I could not have picked a better course for me. I get English, I get math, I get biology with a biology lab that's part of it. Oh God. There's anthropology classes, psych classes, addiction classes. It's a whole list, but I'm not saying it doesn't, but I gotta go with what I got right now. If I waited to be able to pay, I would never get it. Especially as a mom, I'll always have something I feel is more important. Proof is my GED. Thanks, babe. I really have. Like, I see it. I did need to make some readings today, but I don't know. Looking at these numbers, it might just be a blah day. TikTok has been messing up big time. Like, I posted about being accepted, and it didn't even get but like 1,000 views. Hey, Christy. I see. Like, I usually get about a minute when I post something, and it was literally an hour in and I had 15 likes. TikTok is definitely not working right. A non-follower shared. No, there's all these non-followers in here. Hey, guys. Yes, it has. Just looking at something interesting, that's all. That's why I try not to watch trials in real time, because it's boring. We are doing good. I am still celebrating, and he's at daycare. Thank you, Fox. I am officially a college student. That I don't have the stomach to watch. The stuff that I know is coming out, Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, I sure will. At least as much as I can. I don't watch it either. Except this morning I woke up and saw that Israel went for Iran. And that kind of got me for a minute, because I've been saying we are totally repeating the 40s, and it really looks like we're repeating the 40s. Thanks, Steph. I was just talking about that this morning with one of my roommates, and just all of it, from the childhood I had, through the marriage I had, through addiction, through homelessness, through raising my child pretty much on my own, and to be able to go to rehab. Just starting my GED to now college. I hear you, Monty. Which it's good to have Monty back, because I feel so weird calling you about missing eyebrow. I am good, JoJo, and you? That's why I don't change my name for people. I'm celebrating. I'm officially at college. I bet. I bet you don't want to comment anywhere or anything when it's something like that. At least I know I wouldn't. That's how I feel about Thursdays. I have class, which I like class. That doesn't bother me. But I'm dreading the house meeting just because it's always something. And that's our house meeting night. So I enjoy Monday and Tuesday alone, just doing what I want to do. Wednesday and Thursday is class. Thursday night is the house meeting. And then I get Friday just to me before the weekend with the baby. And thank you. Oh my God. Now I get it. I'm sorry, I'm not going that far for some TikTok money. I'll keep up with my readings or do them without. Which, speaking of readings, I am doing them today, although I'm not sure that this live is really going anywhere. Hopeful for 7 readings. That would be ideal, but we'll take what we can get. Hey, Tai Tai. You know what? Instead of saying it, I'm just going to do this. Hang on. I can do a sticker. I can do a sticker. That way I don't have to keep telling people, but I can still celebrate it. He is doing great. No, you're fine. Now here's the question. Do you mean in addiction days or sober days? Thanks, babe. Yeah, I'm kind of behind on things too because I didn't go live for so long. There was nights I'd make upwards of 1,000. And that's mostly Cash Apps, PayPals, things like that. Counting the gifts, we'll probably say about 1,500 was the best I remember. That's about how long I was off live. No. I got my Apple Watch. I got my first AirPods. I got a laptop. I would treat the guys to lunch. Like, my biggest thing was buying things. I very much have a shopping problem. And yeah, obviously I did use it. I didn't just buy things, but that's where the majority of it went. And it was great. I wish that I could... Thank you. I like good lives. Sometimes it feels like a chore, but... Yep, me too. But honestly, I wish I could make... not even that much money, but just upwards of that much money. Even just a couple hundred a day. And I'd be able to cut down. But it's going to take a long time to rebuild that. I know, Tita, isn't it insane? True, Monty. No, you're fine, Tabby. I've actually talked about making a video with it because people try and say I'm exaggerating, and I can pull the records. Thank you. Thanks. I'm doing good too. Like this month, the 30th, 17 more days, I will be 20 months sober. 4 more months will be 2 years. And I can't believe it. Thanks, boo-boo. Oh, thank you, Tabby. I don't have to ask how you saw, because I know. I still want to buy myself a Michael Kors purse one day, but I did end up with a Michael Kors purse, which... Oh, the fan blocks it. And 2 Coach purses from a roommate. But I want to buy my own one day. Oh, yeah. We're going to have one. Even if it's just something I do in real life. We're going to have one. They really are, Tabby. And it's funny because that same person was talking about how I was making my child unsafe with his godmother. His literal held him at the font godmother. Because she was in recovery. And then you go and show his picture and put out an address that you thought was his. Obviously, you don't care about his safety. Thank you, Laura. We had a little bit of, like, the girls congratulating me. I was in rehab at the time, though, so no, not really. Which I guess was kind of, I don't know. I don't think I was ready to celebrate it yet because it still hadn't set in. It was really true. It sure will. Especially because I will be in college. Like a dream come true. In 2 years of sobriety, I have completely rebuilt my life. Hey, Lottie. Well, not completely, but turned it around. There we go. That's what I should say. And everybody coming in, I know it's a kind of weak number live, but if you want readings, I have hopefully 7 spots open, but I'll take what I can get. Hey, Jennifer, I'm good, and you? Thank you, Cassidy. I am not working right now. I left the garage when I left Baltimore. We're absolutely going to have a 2-year party for him. Although he cried at his 1-year party. He did not like being clapped at and sung to. He did not like that. You're welcome, Jen. He is very shy. Until he gets to know you. And then once he gets to know you, there's just no stopping him. No, you're fine. You're more than welcome to ask. Honestly, I don't mind talking about it because it reminds me of just where I was. And how far I've come. Tell me about it. I've watched the clips that are reposted, but I haven't actually watched the full lives. I have them, though. Every single one, it's private, but I still have it. I think it's easier for me to watch it now than it was when I was doing it, because I was totally in denial. And so to see it, it's like it's tapping on that invisible wall you've put up to make your own reality, and I didn't like it. But now that I'm actually sober and sitting back, it's more like going, wow, that was me. That is where I came from. I wouldn't say I'm stronger, just we all have different tolerance levels. Yo, I didn't even realize it was Friday the 13th. Well, I appreciate that. I don't remember it, but I appreciate that. That explains why everything went bad today. I woke up to a negative bank account. I needed at least 7 readings to make everything balance, and I have 48 viewers. TikToked it and pushed my live. I've been sleepy all day, so I didn't get to do half the things I wanted to do. I tell you what, even if you did, I don't remember. And even if you did, it's the past. Yeah, it's been a day. It really does. But that's one of the risks of living like this. I need to start making more videos so I can go back to mostly getting the video money. Right? But let me have drama. Thank you, Nick. If the trolls come in and start stuff, oh yeah. TikTok money is really good once you get a rhythm and you stay on top of it. Especially when you do lives. The more lives you do, the more it pushes your videos. And the more it pushes your videos, the more it pushes your lives when you go live, and it makes a cycle. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing a lot of people say, even bigger creators. 55 is really low for me. Yep, videos and lives are probably the best way. And shorter videos when you're new are a better way to catch people's eye. They don't want to listen to you until they know you. I was saying yesterday I made a video about getting into college, and it only got like 1,000 views the last time I looked at it, and had less than 20 likes. Hey, Bren, I am, thanks, and you? Yep, you know, and as soon as I got clean, everybody who said they just wanted me clean and would be here disappeared. No, I'm not. I left Baltimore completely. It's been good. I got accepted to college yesterday. I'm working on my GED. Almost finished that. See? Thank you for saying that, Andrea, because everybody treats me like I'm lying when I say that this is what I'm going through. Yeah, a lot of people are having trouble. Thank you, Erica. Yep, I left Baltimore. At the cost of not having a job or the freedom that amount of money would bring, I went into sober living. Thank you, Heather. If I can just stay on top of my videos, I'm set. Because I make enough off of them in a month to live on. But I gotta stop getting in these funks. It looks like they finally pushed it because I'm creeping up. The one good thing, though, is I have built a community, and there is always a way to get things turned around, whether it's through readings. I've had people who said, I heard you're struggling, take this and pay me back when you got it. I've had people who say, here, just keep it. It always works out some way. No, I'm not Gabby. Thankfully, the picture that was shared to him was an older picture, and he's changed a lot just in that little bit of time. But I don't want him shown, and she knew that. That's why she did it. Thank you, Heather. I know, Monty. I love you. Thanks, Andrea. Amen, Nick. Thank you, Killa. True that, Tabby. Yeah, I thought that's why you said he was beautiful. I thought you'd seen the unedited. Yep, showed him on a live. I went psycho. I went ballistic. Like, I knew, but I didn't know. I knew if somebody would test me, it was going to be bad, but I didn't know how bad. And I get that. And if it wasn't for the history of what's been done to me, I would show him. But with the things that have been done just in my time online, I just don't trust it. Not to mention the amount of how do I say it so I don't get in trouble? Petos out there. You probably did, because I have videos of holding him, but thank you. He is a gorgeous baby, and I don't just say that because he's mine. That they are. I mean, I was in the hospital literally unaliving, and people were streaming it while they call the hospital to see what's going on. Yes, they are, Tabby. And that was one of the biggest reasons I didn't want him online. I would think he's beautiful no matter what, but no, the way that I push him is not just because I'm his mom. There is just something about him. There has never been a person who can walk by him and not tell me how cute he is or how pretty his eyes are. That they are. And it's sad because it does ruin it. I had every intention when this first started of maybe delayed pictures, but pictures at some point. This isn't what I expected. At this point, I'd feel comfortable showing newborn pictures. Talking about showing the baby. In fact, I think the baby that he was has probably changed about 25 times over the last 2 years. Oh, I'm not putting them online. Hell no. There's too many diaper pictures. It is. Well, thank you, Tabby. I try to be. Dude, I'll look at him one day and I absolutely see his dad, and then I'll look at him another day and I see his aunt and his grandmother, and I'll look at him another day and I see my face. Shh, I know, Heather. Thank you, Ontario. I'm creeping back up again, so I will say I need 7 readings today if anybody wants one. $10 a reading. You've seen his dad, right? I mean, you've been around a while. I'm sure you've seen him at some point. Because I feel like he looks more like his daddy. But maybe that's just because it's his daddy. Aww. See, I would have loved to do that. Readings are $10 and the payment info is in the link tree in my bio. Whenever somebody wants one and sends it. I know. And I had originally planned, maybe not show his face, but like from behind, show him toddling or the cute stuff. And it just got ruined. Hey, Teresa. His first walking video I would have loved to share, but I got to figure out how to make a sticker move with his face. Thanks, Sammy, and I hope you guys do too. I think I said hi, Teresa, but if not, hi. Oh, and I want to make it known now, and I'll say it again through the week. I will not be live Thursday. The daycare is closed for Juneteenth. I think somebody said you can do it on Snapchat. I just got to figure out how. I don't really use my Snapchat much. It's all right. I'll figure it out. I think she said you press and hold it. It's hot here too. Upwards of 90s. It's not a good time. Wait a second. We're not quite that hot. But I feel for you. Let me check my, the link tree is the link that's in the bio. It lets you put multiple links up instead of just one link. It's a company name. But when you open it, either my Cash App has the link and my PayPal has the logo, or the other way around. One of them has a logo up under my picture, and then one of them is actually in the stack of links. But let me check. I don't think I actually need 7. It might not be that high. Hold on. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. Yeah, I only needed 5, not 7. So that's cool. A little easier. Thank you. I think I'm getting a sinus infection. It doesn't smell good, and there's no reason to not smell good. It smells funky. That's one of the lovely remainders of addiction is I now get constant sinus infections. I have allergies too. I do. But I forget what the hell the word is for it. But it's literally just cyclical. We treat it. I get a few weeks free, and then I'll get a runny nose, and then that's it. It's back again. Hey, I did it. The worst part is the way it builds up in the back. Either this is a problem that's been developing through my life, or I've done damage that's made this happen. But I get these very sticky clumps on my adenoids in the back of my sinuses that they come down my throat, and it's literally like glue. It's terrible, and they're so big, and it's so nasty, and it makes me regret all my life choices. And that's not even talking about the that's the word, chronic sinus infections. Do you have PayPal? Oh, I don't have Venmo. They got my Venmo shut down. Hi, Emma. I don't typically trade items for cards because the last time I did it, people canceled it. And I'm not saying I don't trust you, just if I do it for one, I'd have to do it for everybody. Thank you. Hi from America. Hey, Minnie. I mean, it's a good thought, and I used to do it, but people got, as usual, the few ruin it for the many. I'll have to look into that, Michaela. Thank you. No makeup. Just dark eyelids. But thank you. It's the tint in my, I have blue light filter, so it makes it look like it is. Yep. It's okay. It gets everybody. I have the blue light filter, so it shines purple. Even in just the sunlight, it shines purple. Yes, I have so many cute little things he's made. Thank you. This was my Mother's Day gift. That's his actual handprints. Which, for those of you who were around last year, you know I had a painting that was his hand and footprints that my roommate did. Thank you, Minnie. They built the He Is Risen cross for Easter. They had a cutout crown for Valentine's Day, but his is up here. This is the broken candle, so don't mind the plastic. And then we have the little flag that he made for Memorial Day. Now, obviously, I know adults did it, but they do include them. Like you see with the handprints. They'll have the babies do bits of it and then incorporate it. And you know what? I'd love every one of them. He's starting to color. They were showing me the papers yesterday. It's just scribbles, obviously, but it's adorable. I know. I actually love when I go over there. When he was in daycare and rehab, I have it somewhere. I just got to glue the bow back on because the hot glue popped off. They made me mistletoes. They took his footprints, crossed them at the heel, so they dangle down and put a bow at the top and made mistletoes. That's probably my favorite thing I've gotten from daycares. Monty, you're a trip. Thank you, Brandy. I feel amazing, too. He really has. Thank you. He's definitely given me a purpose in life. No, just the fact that you were already on it that fast. You don't miss a beat. Love back from America. You are. Yesterday I got my teacher. He told me I'm snarky. We were doing problems, and I don't know how long this has been a requirement, so I don't know how many of you might be familiar with the scientific calculators that you have to use. No, I'm not even in Baltimore anymore, babe. Was it like a TJX or something? Well, it has a percentage button. So you can type the number, hit the percent button, put your next number in, and it'll tell you what the percent is without having to do all the steps. So I told him the answer, and he said, how'd you get to that? And I turned the calculator around and went, math. It was funny. He walked into it. Thank you, Glenda. Thank you, Anna. Yep, math. I thought I was hysterical. He didn't, but I did. And then 2 o'clock yesterday, I was accepted to college. I start at the end of August, so I have to get these tests scheduled and on top of by the beginning of August. I have to work on balancing equations and Punnett squares for science. And then I'm ready. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you. At least I made somebody laugh, even if it is myself. So I got little hiccups going. Well, thank you, Emily. Just a reminder, I'm seeing people come in again. I needed 5 readings for the day to keep the budget going. Readings are $10. Payment info is in the link tree. I do not have Venmo. I remember you, Sammy. Thank you, Shannon. He does deserve it. He deserved a lot better than what I did. I should have done it sooner. Hey, Lynn. I don't even know what I'm dancing to. Ooh. Damn, you know you're getting old when you move funny and your neck hurts. Thank you, Janie. I really appreciate that. Yep, I need 5 readings, $10 each. Monty's got the info. I probably honestly won't stay here too much longer at this rate because I don't know. It's boring. Yes, I am, Nikki. True, Sammy. When they handed him to me, I asked if I could kiss him, even though he was my own kid. So yeah, they don't teach you. And Nikki, I'm on methadone. It works. Once I'm more stable with cravings and self-improvement, I'll come off of it probably in a couple years. It's taken me the better part of 19 months to finally get it to where I feel sober. So, yes, we do. And people change. I heard a good thing today. It was passed on from a counselor. Alrighty, hun, they are $10, and the link in my bio has my Cash App and PayPal. If you can't find them, come back. I can type them out for you. She said that her counselor told her there are 3 versions of yourself when you're in addiction. There is you before addiction, there is you in addiction, and then there is you after addiction. And that hit home. Hey, Miss Tia. Right time for what? I missed it. I still gotta cut my nails. It's unusual for me to have them this long naturally, because they bend. Thank you, Brittany. Oh, I see. You know I'm always here if you need to talk. Don't ever forget that. Thank you. That is true, Sammy. All right, hang on 1 second. I'll type it out. Just make sure that you do this in your web browser, not in PayPal. Okay, you want Cash App? I'll do that. Hang on. That's the wrong option. It's my same picture as you see in the chat. That would mean I need 4 more readings to keep the budget on track. Readings are $10 a reading, and payment info is in the link tree or in the chat. It's not that I'm faster than you. I see things before you do. There's some kind of a delay between my end and the viewer's end. That's why a lot of times I'll be addressing trolls and y'all don't know who I'm talking to. It's alright, Tia. I mean it. If you need an ear, DM me. You ever spend it with his dad? Good morning, babe. You're welcome. I might not always know what to say back, but I'm here to listen always. I'm good, and you? You see, I'm a college student. Well, thanks for saying that, babe. Sometimes I surprise myself. Not all the time, but sometimes. Mostly I just look at it and I'm like, it's emotions I don't know how to handle. What do I do? Nope. See, one thing you got to understand is this app has been saying I'm going to prison for 6 years. That is the plan. My divorce went through earlier this year, and he's working on his own. Which is another thing I achieved in sobriety. I got my divorce, got my glasses finally, got my teeth fixed. Yeah, no. First of all, court documents does not equate going to prison. Second of all, I've not been served anything. That speaks volumes. Third of all, nobody knows where I am. The address that was posted as mine was not. And if it's that Mama of Demons page, at the most, she's filed for a restraining order, and that's just going to blow up in her face. It's kind of hard to say I'm bothering you when you've got, 30 videos about me, lives about me, posting my son, posting addresses you think are mine. I'll win that one. Nope. Good old Jess. For real. Everybody who's been here for some time will remember when Dante sued me for telling the truth about being SAE. Because somebody talked him into it. Okay, I saw. What kind of reading do you want, babe? Anybody else here? I need 4 more readings for today's goal. $10 a reading. I was going to prison for that too. Remember? It is very sad. They all swore they wanted me sober. Now I'm sober and that's not enough. They all say their past needs to be left in the past, but they won't leave mine there. We can do a general where we just see what comes out, or you can ask a question and we will work together to make it readable. Where you can tell me like an area you're worried about or need insight in. Okie dokie. It is ridiculous. Getting sober, raising a baby. Hey, Hurricane. Hey, Stace. Thank you. This is gonna sound like a weird question. Oh, come on. I hate this thing as it is. Miss Glenda, but have you, recently begun to feel a stability in your emotions or emotional relationships? Maybe started therapy, seen a doctor, something like that? Because that's the vibe I'm getting off these first 2 cards. And if you haven't, then perhaps you need to work towards that. I just asked her. That explains it. You made a good choice. I can tell you that right off the top of my head here. I have the Page of Cups, which is what immediately told me either emotional relationship change, emotional health change, and stability. It's still fairly new, but I don't feel like it's as rickety as it could be. And I actually feel like you're already making very good use of it. You're kind of busting your butt to make it work, if that makes sense. You're putting your energy into it in a way that I think pretty much makes it impossible to fail if it's humanly possible to keep it from failing. I also have the Tower, which was why I had said I thought there was some instability. When I say instability, I don't mean that in a way of like saying you're crazy or you're unpredictable, but just that life wasn't as stable as it could have been. There was a lot of ups and downs, a lot of regret and anxiety. What am I doing with my life? Why am I doing it? Why haven't I done more? Those types of thoughts. Not, maybe I'm a failure, but not so much that I didn't make enough money. It's not that kind of energy. It's the more self-regret, blaming yourself. This is a good big step for you. And I will say it will now open up a little bit of an area for you to stop lying to yourself a little bit about yourself. You've got some pretty big self-esteem issues that go with this depression, whether it's your looks or not feeling good enough or feeling like a failure. I don't think you know it's a lie, but you're lying to yourself. You are better and worthy, and you have a purpose. You are not as bad as you think you are or feel that you are. Next, I have the Death card, which says, yep, time to restart, time to refresh. Go back to the beginnings, go back to scratch, maybe make a little list of the negative aspects in your life as well as the positive, and start working on kind of working through the negative. So like self-esteem, maybe get some self-help books that focus on the areas where you suffer. Talk to your doctor, see what resources they have. If it's feeling like you're in the house too much, maybe going out. I think you kind of get where I'm going with this. Make your list and try and get rid of the bad habits and focus more on the good. Don't overburden yourself at first, though. Don't feel like you have to rush to do it all right away. But it is something, putting your energy into good use, getting yourself moving and getting yourself motivated is really going to help the all-around healing process and help this to kind of stick. I also have the Star, which tells me there's some pretty big things in your not so distant future. Like, good times are coming if they haven't already started. And again, not just speaking on what it started with, this is kind of all around. You're about to have a really good boost of positivity. It may not be all at once. It may come and go, up and down. But there will be more joy than displeasure or unhappiness, and will be more hope than despair. I feel like that is well deserved. That is something that is a long time coming. And I also have the Five of Pentacles. You need to not try and do so much yourself. That's going to be a big opening for this hope to start building. You're very hesitant to ask for ideas even when it comes to needing help. You don't even want to sit down and say, what would you do if? And that's great that you're independent, and that's awesome. It's a good trait to have. But independence can only go so far. Sometimes we do need help, and this is one of the things I would recommend that you're working on. Also, I feel like as you're working on it, you will start uncovering more deeper issues that you can address. I'll give some examples. Let's say as you go along, you find you're really not happy with the city you live in, so you decide to change where you're living. Or you find you're really not happy with your life skills not being used, so you get into a hobby. That kind of uncovering in the cycle that goes with it. It's a chance for you to get to know you better and to get to really work on the you that you are today and help bring the two together. So that's what I would tell you to do, is focus on how you can replace some of your negative traits with positives. Try to open yourself up for help more often. Don't try and do so much yourself. And definitely get yourself moving. Get yourself doing. I'm not saying that you're laying around doing nothing. Even if it's a goal that you've had and you're not working to, get yourself moving. That's the best I can tell you to do right now. You guys are going to come with me. I need to get my monster. I'm glad to hear that. Things will be getting better, I promise. I don't feel like it's going to be an automatic, everything's happy at one time, but it will come and go and bring more than less. More happy, less despair. Oh, water running. The air was escaping. Thank you, Tia. Yeah, it's amazing what not having trolls and chats does when you're reading. Are you talking to me? No. You know what's funny, Liberty Bibberty? What a stupid name to begin with. There wasn't multiple cats. There wasn't a bunch of cats. If you bothered to pay attention to more than what somebody said and actually looked into it, you would see that February 14th, I say that the cats are missing. And then I say that at the end of March, one feline was found in a bag of belongings. You would also know that I left them with a caregiver. The landlord locked us out. And at no point in time was it ever intended. When I left for rehab, it was supposed to be a 30 to 60 day trip. No more than 90. But that's okay. Sit up on your high horse and judge. I feel better now. That's another thing Jess did. She showed the text explaining what I said and then contradicts herself and says something else. Exactly. And that's why it was done. But nobody can answer me why it is that when November came, nobody said, oh, let me take them. She says they did. I can't find a single proof. So you want me to believe I magically talked on phones to both of you for this offer to be made? One did offer to help me move in general before rehab. They don't answer why they sat on it from February of last year until April of this year at all. All of these lies and mean texts are coming from a year ago. And going so far as to contact an ex-roommate that you knew I was having problems with and then lie to her? A little twisted there. My cats were my babies, and that's why I had resisted rehab for so long. I know, right? I know, but I get to a point where I can't sit silent anymore either. And it's really just getting to me that one person is so easily believed with no proof all the time. This has been a pattern since they started harassing me. About everything. When I said I was S8, I was called a liar. When I said I was jumped, I was called a liar. Even when the woman who was on the phone with me came in and said, yes, I was there, I was called a liar. It gets to you. Nope. Stop lying about what, Sarah? Please tell me what you know about my life that I don't. Yes, it is brazen. 2 monsters. And again, I'll address if I'm lying in such a disliked person, why are you here? I know, and it was the one that I spent a year and a half getting his love that I had to find like that. Red Bulls don't do anything for me. She's done this before, twice. But see, I wanted a friend. And like I showed the other day on Instagram, this friend bought my friendship when I was in addiction. And of course, I'm not going to walk away from a money source. Thank you, chick. You notice she never said what I was lying about, because she knows I'm not lying and she can't prove anything about me lying. But I feel better now. That's why I no longer have friends too. Like, I'm not even trying to make friends with the people in the house because I'm so afraid of being double-crossed that way again. You live and you learn. It's my fault for not listening to the patterns. The first time this happened, it was because I wouldn't answer her fast enough. Okay? I blocked her and said I needed time, and I didn't come back fast enough. Well, thank you for the subscription, Brazen. Thank you, Lily. Oh, and the second time she did this, it was because I said she wasn't going to be a mod anymore. I saw, thank you. You're my first year subscription. I've never had somebody do that before. And Monty, you don't count because you've been around for how long? If I didn't say it already, thank you, Lily. It really is Sammy. And thanks, Glenda. You're right, Lalo, and there will come a time when I actually try again. Yep, I remember you modding for me. You too, Steph. And I remember when she did it to you too. And, yep. I think, looking back, I know you're not the original mods, but I think you're like the second or third set of mods. That's how far you've been here. Thank you, babe. Right now, subscriptions get you access to a free reading. I haven't been doing the subscriber-only lives because it does fall on the weekend and pretty much they were a flop at the end. But it does get you access to a free reading, so many based on your tier. And once I can actually get it up to a reasonable level, maybe like 20, I want to start doing the behind-the-scenes videos that only subscribers can see. I want to move it more to content than anything else. But right now, it doesn't make sense to try. I know, I remember that. They still are. The woman, I don't know how many of you were here when I got the box of makeup, and I said it was a PR box because that's what it would be considered. It was a gift, but it was done like a PR box. And they attacked the hell out of her. They tried to cost her business. They left comments. They left reviews. It was terrible. And she is so bomb that she contacted me yesterday to send me the new stuff she's got. Especially the liners that I loved so much. Because I did lose a lot of my makeup. I know. But ask Monty. I'm very bad about texting people. I always feel like I'm a bother still. But we're going to push the negativity away and say, while we're here, I need 4 more readings to hit today's goal. I have about 20 minutes left, so it's going to be pretty close. I did forget to say earlier, if you do send for a reading, make sure that you say it's for a reading. And if you send over the 10, make sure you let me know what that's for. I don't want to end up in a situation where you wanted a bigger reading and didn't get it, or vice versa. Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. All right, Miss Tia, it was good to see you, and I hope things get better. I have Cash App and PayPal. If you want to do it live, we can do it live, and you can get it before I leave. Yep, I get it off my chest and move along. Look, they didn't stop me. I am enrolled in college. I'm about to finish my GED. I have my son. I have a future for the first time in my life. I have a future that's not just being somebody's punching bag. That's not just being somebody's emotional garbage can. It feels good. And nobody's going to take that from me. I want to be a social worker addictions counselor. Thank you, Ash. 19 months sober. Yes, we're going to hang out. I might take him to the park depending on how hot it is. I just hate that it's an off day and then back. I like it when it's a long weekend, not when it's like a one off day, back a day, then the weekend. I'll type it because I don't remember which one's where. One of them is an icon and one of them is a link. Just type this in your browser. So I'm assuming she's doing a regular $10 read. That'll leave me 3 more readings that we need to hit the goal for the day in 15 minutes. I'm not going to let you. I will always win. You're not geriatric. It's the awkward part. I hate when we get the lapses because I'm just like, I just look at you. What else do I do? Although I probably should take this down so it doesn't end up over the lives like the car one did and I still get asked about. You know, I used to actually have a real big problem with eye contact. Well, thank you, Patricia. That actually really means a lot. Thank you. Yeah. Well, it was ingrained in me that I wasn't supposed to make eye contact. I wasn't supposed to look you in the face because that was a challenge. That's basically what you're doing, Sammy. Except it's actually a little bit before I go get him. I appreciate it. Today has been a rough day and you had no idea, so you just made it a little brighter. I literally woke up to a negative bank account this morning. Oh my God. Something else happened too. It was the negative bank account. I was just talking about what else happened. My brain's going, hurt the door. I'm sorry, but how am I dry bagging? Good thing I'm not an addict. I'm in recovery, huh? Do you know what's sad is I'm sitting here selling a service and working, and you're here trolling on a work day in the afternoon. We're not the same. And you're supposed to be a mom. Whoa, I feel for your kids. Did you put it in your browser like a website, babe? You can't put it in the PayPal app. You have to put it in your browser and let it open from there. Because I said I woke up to a negative bank account. But there was something else that had happened. Oh, I was sleepy all day. I couldn't get what I wanted to do done. It's just been a blah day. I forgot or didn't realize that it was Friday the 13th. So that explains it. Bad stuff always happens on Friday the 13th. I see. Thank you. Oops. Sounds good to me. So I will need one more reading. One more reading in 10 minutes. Okay. Sounds good. What you want your reading on live? Where did I just put my cards? I just put them safe. Oh. Duh. Where'd they go? Dipshit. I agree. No, with yours I would need 3. But I appreciate it. Or after yours I would need 3, I'm sorry. That makes more sense to say it that way. I gotta clean these because they keep sticking together. Actually, what I need to do is go pick up new decks. Ooh, we got the 7 of Cups. You're working on some big dreaming. Oh, actually, I should say planning. Like, I know that's why I'm where you can't see nothing, but thank you. Unless it's something TikTok messes with. I see. Are you thinking about moving? Because that's what I'm getting, is thinking about moving. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be moving house. It could be moving relationships, jobs. But I definitely have that moving card, leaving things behind and starting fresh. I have that Seven of Cups, which tells me you got them big dreams going. You're spending a lot of time and putting a lot of energy into your planning. And when I say dreams, I don't mean like I'm going to sleep and dreaming. I mean like these are things that you've held on to for a long time, if not always. Like a dream wedding or I did not just do that. I did not just do that. Like, I just shocked my damn self with that one. So there we go. Dream wedding. And thank you, Lane. 5 below. I also have the Ace of Cups, which isn't just blessings like most aces are, but it's kind of, not the finishing of a relationship, solidifying of a relationship, solidifying ties. You two? And kind of fitting together as a piece, two pieces to a whole, instead of just being side by side. This is not talking about marriage per se, but more the relationship that you've built together. You guys have really merged and probably had a lot in common before you even started this. Then I have the Eight of Swords, which was stuck. That doesn't count. We have the Eight of Swords, which is why I said I knew you were moving and leaving behind and starting afresh. Right now, I get the vibe of, and this isn't typically the leaving card. Typically, this is the I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. No. You're leaving. You're starting fresh. And it took you a while to see that this was the route to go with. Maybe the relationship itself took a while to be exposed. Maybe that this is what you wanted took a while to be exposed. There was a lot of doubt. But you know what's right for you now. You've seen it clearly, and you're moving on it pretty quickly now that you've seen it. I've got the Moon. Usually this is like telling you about things being revealed, time, like months, moon phases. But I'm again getting that dream. Yes, there's been loss, there's been sadness, you've had ups and downs in your life, but right now you feel like you're floating on a cloud. This has been a very good few months, if not year. Maybe longer, but I'm going to say year. And you're really taking the time to enjoy it, which I like seeing. I also have the Lovers. This is a marriage card, so I would have picked up on that probably, or hit the question about it anyway. But again, the Lovers is a card of fitting together, puzzle pieces coming together. I'm so glad to hear that. You deserve it. You guys are a good fit. For real. And I'm not just saying that. These cards, like, readings are $10. When I tell you I couldn't have picked these cards out just picking through my deck and have it been more perfect, I mean that. The Magician, I got an email. It's an 8-card reading. You took what you had, you made the best of it. You made it through some really bad times. And with not a lot of support. But now you feel like this is your last big oomph of putting your effort into something. Wait, what did you tell me before I started? Because the last thing I see from you was you thought you needed 3 and whatever the cards say. 2 of Pentacles, again, another card of completion, typically drawn with an infinity sign. Oh, gotcha. This is also a card of balance. It's how it's most typically read. The original illustration is a woman holding the 2 coins above her head. It looks like she's juggling them, and the infinity sign holds them together. Again, I feel like this is a really balanced, very well thought out, very well earned time in your life. And probably the first time you really felt this way in a long time, if ever. But that's the Magician again. I'm happy for you. I still can't believe I said like a dream wedding that fast just as it came. But, you know how I am. I shock myself sometimes just as much as I shock y'all. Every time I start a reading, I'm like, yeah, this is the reading that they're going to tell me I'm just trash. You deserve it after this last couple years. You really deserve it, and I'm very happy to hear it. And when you confirmed that that's what it was, it really made me happy. All right, let's see. Technically, an hour and a half is up in 1 minute, but I'm going to try one more call for the last reading I need. And to make sure the person that had been asking me, hey, Miss Debbie. Well, thank you. And it's funny because outside of the DM asking me for a reading, I haven't talked to you in how long? Well, thank you. I thought you wanted other readings, babe, but thank you. He is doing great, Miss Debbie. He's walking now. This 19 months has flown by. Thank you, Crystal. I'm 19 months sober. Yes, I know what I just said. Trust me, nothing can be said that's worse than what I say to myself. Yeah. Oh, well, that makes me happy. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. It is, and I'm so glad that I did it. Even though I wish I'd have done it sooner, I'm glad I'm here now. And then I just got accepted to college yesterday. That is a thing. Oh, girl, you are more than on the right track. I am, Crystal, but more than anything, I'm proud of God getting me through it, because I couldn't have done this alone. What? This country is going crazy. You're very welcome, Brazen. And good luck. I want to see pictures when you get married. You too, Miss Crystal. Thank you. I know. I recognize the Debbie Carroll. And I really appreciate that. Thanks, Brazen. And congratulations. Ouch. I spit my lip. Ouch. Okie dokie. I got one last reading. Yeah, I still got some stuff to do. I've been sitting here lounging all morning, tired as hell. But try and enjoy your day, okay? True that, Debbie. And congratulations. I feel that way about school, so I know exactly what you mean. Whoever thought that your brain could make you tired? And congrats on 3 years, Debbie. if I didn't get to finish saying it. That's huge. I can't believe I'm coming up on 2. You know what's sad is a lot of the ones judging are the ones who've been through it. Yep, I have a cross with the Trinity, and then my heart with the family. Me, baby, daddy. I wanted them kind of more down here, but that's okay. It'll leave me room. Okay, Miss Debbie. Bye, Brazen, and thanks again. That tower came back out again, but it's in the past. I can tell you that. Okie doke. Right off the top of it. And it's not saying so much of instability as it's saying what was removed for a reason. What you lost was lost because it wasn't serving, basically. And that lovers came back for you too. This is sweet, just from kind of the overview I'm getting. But I have the Queen of Wands. Oh, wait. That's not the card. I have the Queen of Wands that right off the top tells me that no matter how hard things get, no matter where life takes you, no matter how scary, angry, sad, you will always step into your inner power, I guess is what I should say. You will always step into the strongest part of yourself and put that out there to deal with it. Readings are $10. You will never let yourself be drawn down by the situation. Yes, you'll hurt. Yes, it'll suck. Yes, you'll have the days where you mope and mourn. But when it comes down to it, you do not let your power be disrupted by the things going on around you. You're very career-oriented, probably more focused on working for yourself than for someone else, but we got to take what we get as we get it. And definitely very passionate. When you love somebody, when you love a thing, when you're dedicated to a service or fundraiser, anything like that, you're very passionate. You feel very strongly, very deeply. I have the 9 of Swords, which is where I got the things being bad from. There's some anxiety, some not so happy thoughts. But again, no matter how bad it gets, it shakes you for a second, but it doesn't break you. And you're learning how to, I want to say, pull this up at will. But that's not quite what I mean. It's more like you're learning how to control it. You're learning how to mentally step into yourself and say, okay, here's my bad bitch side. This is the side that's dealing with this. Have at it. But a big part of this removal, I do feel like this is one of the things that while it hasn't broken you, you have spent a lot of time and energy dwelling on it, asking why, what if, what could I do different, where could I change? And I want you to know this was going to happen. It might not have been the way that it happened. You could have avoided this and it would have happened another way. The removal it was time for it. Okay, they're just plain and simple. No better way to say it. The purpose in your life was served. There was nothing else to do. If you don't do it yourself, the universe steps in, and I feel like that's what happened here. You're too passionate to turn your back. You're so dedicated that even when the signs point to giving up, you don't give up easy. So the universe helped you. But so did your partner. He has been your sense of not just protection, but he's your safe spot. When you do get shaken up, when you do get upset, that's who you go to. And he has been an amazing support and has helped you to really find your power to step into. This is kind of a new thing for you. actually being able to go through these things and not break down. And it's got to do with him and the support that you have. Now, if it hadn't been this man, I can't say that you wouldn't have found it in somebody else. But you needed that support in your life to get to where you are. So I'm glad you found it with somebody that you can love and trust. I also have the Fool. Stop dwelling. What has been lost has been lost. You cannot get it back. You cannot change it. There is no turning back the clock. Stop dwelling. Look forward. It's better for you. It's better for your mental health. And it's better just all around. For the family, everybody. There is no benefit to looking behind, and you're just wearing yourself out for nothing. A lot of your mindset has been changing, and I need you to lean into that. The way that you approach the world, the way that you understand it, the way that you perceive it has started to change. You're starting to question the things that you believe in, things that you've doubted, kind of being more open-minded all around, I guess I should say. Lean into that. This is definitely a new growth period for you, and I think will help you to, again, build up that sense of personal power. You really need to work on that. Then I have the Lovers. Again, I'm picking up that passion, the way that you approach life. You need to redirect that passion from turning inward on yourself and coming out in a negative to a positive. Do something that you love, that makes your heart happy, that makes you happy. Put your energy into it. And you'll find a lot of that focus on the past will eventually drift away. It's not just a distraction technique so much as it's a supportive technique. This is going to help your thought process to be a little easier to live with. And then finally, I want you to remember that you're not alone. You are part of a team, not just with your partner, but your extended friends and family. There are many people around you who care, even if you don't realize it. Lean into that as well. Don't hesitate to be weak when you need to be weak. Just remember, you are not always weak. You have that power. You know how to use it, but you don't have to use it 24/7. All right? And no crying is allowed. You're welcome. And now that I'm 10 minutes over, I'm going to go ahead and end the live. That was my last reading for the day. I will not be back until Monday, so I will see you guys then. Don't forget, I will not be here Thursday, and I will remind you throughout the week about that. Just because baby's here, I'm not, even though it's a weekday, I'm not missing time with him for lives. It's just not happening. So, I will see you Monday. Have a good day. You too, Monty. Much love to y'all. Thanks for sticking around, and I will see you on Monday. Okay, thanks, bye.